A tough game for us in Ames, obviously, and got beat by a better team, especially on that particular day, and felt pretty good at the half. We kind of battled in there, and I think it was a 13-point game, and, we were right in there, and just certainly didn't go our way the second half. But we did do some good things, moved the ball really good offensively, we felt like, for, some of the game. Got a couple of turnovers to start the game on defense, and improved our cover teams. But, just not a really good day for us all together, and we'll have to play a lot better this week with South Alabama coming in, and I think they, like us, when you look at the schedule, they faced a really tough schedule so far this year when you look at Nebraska, UAB, and Memphis as their losses. But we have a lot of respect for Trey Minner, and was glad to see him back on the field last week against UAB. And, he's just one of those guys that when you play him, he can beat you in so many different ways, from as a running back, running inside and outside, really good receiver coming out of the backfield, and then does a really good job on both punt and kickoff return. So certainly concerned about him. Kwan Baker's having another really good year this year as a wideout. And then defensively, them changing to an odd front and kind of changing their defense, but a lot of the same players over there. So, should be a really good game. I know both of us need to win. We have a lot of respect, I do, for Steve Campbell, and going back to our Southland days playing against each other, and we know he'll have his team ready to go.
All right, our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth with the Sunbelt Digital Network. Whitney, please go ahead.
Coach, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You mentioned that your offense, had a number of bright spots in the game on Saturday. Obviously didn't turn out the way you wanted, but two bright spots that continue to show up each week are Josh Johnson and Peterson. What have you seen from them, and how important is it to have them be consistent game in and game out?
Well, really important. Josh is just really coming on and having a good year, both running, inside and outside. And we think the key to Peterson is to be healthy, and which he obviously wasn't last year. And you even go back to the year before, he had an injury and missed the back half, the back end of the season. So I think hopefully Josh can stay healthy, and he's been practicing really good and then playing really good because, and if he is, then, we're going to continue to try to get him the ball because he's a really good, we think, at least against our guys. And then the first 3 weeks here, he could be a matchup problem.
Looking at South Alabama, a chance to turn a new leaf and start your second season per se with being at conference play. How important is it to do that at this point in the season?
It's really important, whether, we had a lopsided loss last week or a close loss against Florida State or even a win. It doesn't matter. You're going into a new season and you got to turn the page, and when the kids get in on Sunday and move forward. So, we hope that, I know as coaches, we're really excited to move forward, and South Alabama, every year for us is a tough game, and I think, we've kind of split the last few years here with us and them, but I said we know they're well coached because I have a good history with Coach Campbell and got really good players, and I know they've had some injury problems beginning of the year. We certainly had some the other day in our game, but if they get their guys, hopefully, they can get their guys back, and hopefully we can get our guys back, and should be a great game.
And obviously it'll be at home. You've had some good crowds so far this season. What's your challenge to your fans to come out and see this first conference game for you guys?
Well, hopefully, we've only had the one home game, and we haven't been home in a month, but it was a really good one. Had a great atmosphere for the Grambling game, and I think it made a big difference, especially for our defense going into the game. And, hopefully we can have the same. It's a familiar opponent and a good opponent for us for years with really good games, and hopefully we can get a good turnout.